Jean-Claude Van Damme supposedly learned. So that makes sense why the dim mock's there, but that also means that there's no such martial arts style like that, because it takes from every style.
Okay. All right, guys, we're live on the Facebooks.
We are?
Yes, sir.
So that talk we just had about the crabs is completely not there?
No, not that part.
Okay.
Starting now.
Oh.
Live on Facebook. There's my sister. We're in the kitchen. Very good. Don't worry, we have a screen set up. Yeah.
That we can see right through.
I mean, that's not a kitchen.
Yeah, it's a kitchen.
It's a second studio over there.
For kitchening.
Yeah.
Cooking show?
Yeah.
Oh.
All right. So, this is another live broadcast type of test thing that we're doing for Bloodsport.
Mm-hmm.
For the spoiler show. I'm going to see if I can...
And this was a Maestro pick?
Yeah.
Would it not be? Really?
It makes the most sense.
Why?
Because
what? Why are you... What?
There. We're going to see if we can monitor comments if they do come in.
Oh, lovely.
Through here. See if that works.
Okay. I think they can't see what we're actually saying where we want to look for, but so that's a good thing too.
No, they can't. No. This thing here, guys?
Yeah.
Right here?
I can't see it. I can't see it. I'm in the room.
Okay.
All right.
Very good.
Yeah?
All right, so let's get on with the show.
Okay.
We got Bloodsport.
Mm-hmm.
Whenever you're ready, but one thing first.
Here.
No, you can.
Stop. Record.
What?
Huh?
So we're live still?
Yep, still live.
We've been live this whole time.
Okay. Hello out there in Podcast Land, and welcome back to Spoilers, your bad movie review show on the RatPack Podcast Network, where your hosts have lots of opinions but zero credentials. Each week we watch a movie, usually a bad one, we crack a couple jokes, we give you our insight of the film, and we play a couple games at the end. I'm your host, Hollywood, and I'm joined by my two co-hosts, Adam and Maestro.
Hello, I'm Adam.
You are, madam. That's true.
No.
Yes.
That's Maestro. This week we're watching 1988's Bloodsport. I forgot why. Maestro picked it, but
Yes.
we were supposed to watch. We're supposed to watch The Kingsman, I think.
Right.
And we decided no, The Kingsman is amazing.
Yeah.
We can't
I
shit on
we tried
it.
to go 80s, and this is first thing that came to mind, and we acquiesced to Maestro's request.
Uh-huh. And he picked Bloodsport. So
Yeah.
Van Damme is returning.
Yes.
The last time we saw him was in No Retreat, No Surrender, where he was in there for 4 minutes total of screen time.
Yeah.
He was in the beginning, and he was at the very end, and he's on the cover of the DVD.
Yeah.
And they're selling it like it's a Van Damme fighting movie.
Absolutely. Well, it's good marketing.
Uh-huh.
It's dishonest. But
Isn't it just like the Guyver movie where they had Mark Hamill in it?
oh yeah, he was on the cover too, right?
Yeah, but he was like barely in it.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, I guess. Well, I think he had more screen time than Van Damme did.
He did transform
he
into
was
a
a
monster.
CIA agent. Yeah,
Yeah.
and he turned into the monster.
Which one was that one there? He just they put him as it is No Retreat, No Surrender. You're right. It's the same movie.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Good. We got that figured out.
So Bloodsport.
Yeah.
This is a movie me and Maestro are very familiar with.
Yes.
I grew up watching Bloodsport. I don't know how familiar you are with it, Adam.
It's unclear whether I've seen it or not. Some parts look familiar. I may have seen clips over the years, and that's as far as it went. But I don't recall. Maybe because there's not a whole lot of meat and potatoes for this movie. It's it's pretty much just a long series of choreographed fights that they added a backstory to.
What? Huh?
There's nothing memorable about this movie.
Wow.
You serious?
I think so.
Oh my, we're gonna have a conversation later.
So this movie was directed by Newt Arnold, and it stars Jean-Claude Van Damme, Donald Gibb, who was his friend Jackson. Ogre from Revenge of the Nerds.
Right.
That you haven't seen either, right?
I have not.
Yep.
Okay. Well, just know in that movie he's like the big dumb jock of the rival fraternity.
Is he the Hodor?
No,
No. Okay.
he's not that loyal.
Leah Aries is in this. Bolo Young. How do you say the last name, Maestro?
Young. Oh no.
Yeah, him and Forrest Whitaker, a young Forrest Whitaker, someone who
Yes.
Adam hates.
Yeah.
See, every time you guys talk about Forrest Whitaker, you always talk about Forrest Whitaker's eye.
Yes.
So in this movie, I actually
It wasn't that bad.
Yeah, I actually looked as hard as I could to see if it actually was starting to trail off, and it didn't. I was actually very surprised.
I wonder if something over the years helped exacerbate his eye craziness. Is it a lifestyle of some kind that makes your eye go more funky?
Or is it because when he's driving, there's something that he can't help but stare at while he's driving, and while he's trying to keep a concentration, the other eye just goes the other direction.
It's severe ADD, is what it is. It's super hyperactive.
I don't know.
Okay.
Well, let me hit you with a brief synopsis. We'll go from there. This film follows Frank Dux, an American martial artist serving in the military, who decides to leave the army to compete in a martial arts tournament in Hong Kong where fights to the death can occur. I ask this every week. Have you ever seen this before? Yes?
Yes.
Possibly, yeah.
Possibly?
Yeah.
He's either fallen asleep through it or told that he couldn't watch it.
Yeah. I feel like this was around junior high is when I was exposed to it. And my friend was all into martial arts and stuff at the time.
Which one?
Maestro?
No. This is a different guy. He was my dungeon master before I knew what that was.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he's also an incredible artist. He drew guns and all kinds of weapons all over his history book, which I'm sure he got in trouble for later.
Mm-hmm.
But this seems like the movie that he would be like, hey, check this out. And he'd like pop it in the VHS and like watch this scene.
And you'd actually enjoy it.
I remember it. that's as best as I can do.
I'll take it.
Would you say this was a movie? Would this qualify?
Yeah.
It was a movie and it happened?
Yeah, it happened. It's fine. It's there. I can check it off saying, hey, have you seen Bloodsport? Yeah.
Just move on.
Next topic. What else you got? You got any other questions?
When I was a kid, I always confused this for Kickboxer.
Because
the scene in Kickboxer where he has to put they wrap his hand and put it in the glass and all that stuff, I always thought that was in Bloodsport when I was a kid. But now I know.
I didn't realize there were separate movies.
Yes. Oh, it's actually pretty different because they use it's pretty much only like Muay Thai in that movie, Kickboxer, and in this one they use multiple types of martial arts, or like they do in Hot Shots Part 2, they actually use gummy bears.
Yeah,
that was Charlie Sheen, right?
Yeah, that's Charlie Sheen.
Yeah, he dipped it in gummy bears and M&Ms, and a bunch of other stuff.
Yeah, because I kept expecting to see that scene in this movie. Also, the splits where he does the splits and punches the guy in the crotch. I expected to see that.
That was Kickboxer, right?
That was
also Kickboxer, apparently.
Yeah.
And
so maybe that's the one I saw and not this one.
Okay.
He does do the splits though, quite a few times.
Yeah.
Yeah, a few times.
He likes showing that off in all his movies,
Yeah.
whenever possible.
Because I don't think any other actor can.
No.
Yeah. Pretty.
No other actor with his build
Yeah.
can do that. I'll give that.
My dad loved like shitty action movies, and we would watch Bloodsport together. And my dad's favorite action star was Kurt Russell.
Okay.
Because he's like Kurt Russell's like he's like me. He's like an everyman, right?
All right.
And when he would see Van Damme in this movie, he'd be drinking a beer, and he's like, he's just a fucking dancer who knows how to kick. Look at him, he's just fucking dancing around the ring. He fucking hated Van Damme.
Yeah, I get it. I'm not that big a fan. I don't see what the appeal is, especially after movies like this. Like what? Why?
What
are you a Van Damme fan, Maestro?
He's pretty cool.
Yeah.
He's all right.
I don't get it.
I still like Schwarzenegger Stallone more
Yeah.
than Van Damme.
Think about it this way. Back in the 80s, the people that actually did the films for the action stars that actually did martial arts are slim to none. I mean, they had a few of them, but they were either really crappy or they actually...
Like Seagal.
Like Seagal. I mean, you really, all you saw is just spinning fists and then slapping stuff, you know? That's all you really saw.
Yeah.
Which is most of the time what you would see in real martial arts, of course, which is sadly the truth. But in this one, Jean-Claude Van Damme pushed martial arts into the big screen and made people actually like the styles and stuff like that.
Yeah, he's at least like doing real moves.
Yeah.
He's at least doing shit. I appreciate that.
That's fine. But for a muscular guy that's fighting with a crazy accent, I'd choose Arnold over Van Damme any day.
My favorite Van Damme movie is probably Universal Soldier. Did you ever see that?
Yeah.
With Dolph Lundgren, where they're soldiers in Vietnam and they die and they
Yeah.
bring them back to life.
Yeah.
In the future.
And then Lundgren goes nuts and he has the necklace of ears. and,
I don't remember that.
yeah. Mhm. I like that.
They weren't
movie.
listening to his lecture, that's why.
That had Goldberg in it? Or was that the second one?
That was like the fifth or sixth one.
Yeah.
Like
Oh,
they
Jesus.
made a lot of them.
Oh
Yeah.
my god, I have not seen 5 or
The
6.
Van
of them.
Damme's only been in like 3 of them. He came back for the most recent one. They brought Van Damme back. Yeah, Goldberg was in one of them.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Bloodsport. This pretty much is like Street Fighter the movie. Like this is like almost like a real life version of Street Fighter.
Yeah,
Okay.
but better.
Because there's like a
There's an E-Honda.
There's like an E-Honda. That's right. I was
Oh, yeah,
trying to
yeah,
think
yeah.
of. Yeah, he's the guy who kills the monkey guy. I guess that monkey guy would sort of be like Blanca, I guess.
I would say
Dhalsim?
Dhalsim.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, just because of
His build.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a good answer.
Who would Van Damme be?
Huh?
Guile? Ken? Ryu?
Ooh, shoot.
He can't be Guile because he was Guile Street
Yeah.
Fighter.
And
the real Street Fighter.
Yeah, I was
movie.
gonna say Ryu.
Yeah, his mentality is like Ryu or Fei Long.
Okay.
And we got a Chung Li.
Yeah.
You?
Yeah. Or Chung Li.
Hey-o. Who would he be? Saget?
Huh?
Would Chong Li in this movie be Saget?
No, he should have been Bison
I was Bison, yeah.
Okay.
because he's ridiculous evil.
Okay.
Sagat is more vengeful than anything else.
Okay. I have a question about this tournament. Maybe you guys can answer this for me.
All right.
I know we're jumping ahead, but the first like 20 minutes of this movie is it's just really one flashback. It's like a training montage, and then he winds up in Hong Kong.
Yeah.
So
okay, good.
so my question about this tournament, what is it called? The
Kumite.
Kumite.
Yeah.
This tournament. It's an illegal tournament where anything goes, right?
Yes. Funded by the Triads.
So killing is optional, right?
No.
So Chong Li doesn't have to kill someone,
No.
right?
He's not supposed to kill.
Oh, really?
But if it happens,
what
are you gonna do?
right?
Yeah. Accidents happen.
So this is sort of like an anything goes street fight, right?
right.
Why is there a ref in the middle of the ring?
You really want
If
to
it's anything goes, why is there a ref?
That is it. Yes. Great question.
Because in pro wrestling, there's a ref, even though pro wrestling's scripted.
Yeah.
I learned this from listening to different wrestling podcasts. The ref is mic'd up to Vince in the back, and Vince is telling the ref, "Hey, pal, make sure that they grapple at least 3 times before he throws them over the ring." So as they're grappling, the ref is the one like, "Hey, man, just 2 more times from Vince."
Oh,
that's
that's
what the ref in
brilliant.
pro wrestling is for. Yeah. So in this match,
Oh, that's amazing.
what is?
I gained so much more appreciation for wrestling over the years. Like
yeah.
as I learn about what
yeah.
goes into it exactly.
Uh-huh.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's why refs exist in pro wrestling. They're mic'd up to Vince or whoever's calling the shots in the back.
Nice.
Yeah.
The whole point about having the ref in this one is
Uh-huh.
to call the KO. That's it.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
Yeah. That's pretty much all it is.
Okay.
Because you remember how they explained 3 rules of the Kumite? That's only
Uh-huh.
3 that exist.
I don't even remember the rules.
Knock-
I saw it 2 days ago. I was already vanishing
lost
from
it.
my memory.
knockout, tap out, or throw out. That's it.
Okay.
Mhm.
All right.
Yep.
Or death. I guess that's a knockout.
That's a permanent knockout.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's pretty.
In which case, it's a dishonorable, not a disqualification per se, but it's dishonorable.
They shake their fingers at you.
They shake your fingers at you, and you don't get whatever you think you get. That kind of
Okay.
stuff. That's I don't know. In the real Kumites, they're not like that. They actually there's vengeance.
These things are real?
Yeah. They're actually real, and then the vengeance is taken up.
Yeah, it's
upon,
called UFC or Pride.
No, it's not. It's taken into effect immediately. So, like, let's say someone does something like dishonorable, like Chong Li did in this movie.
Uh-huh.
The 3 people at the top, they say who wants to challenge, and then the person that wants to challenge will challenge, and they will break him apart.
Oh, so it's not a tournament like in this movie.
No, after that, it's a gang beating.
Oh, shit.
If someone is dishonorable, it becomes a gang beating, basically.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
All right.
That's why everyone sticks to the rules.
Do you have to be invited only? Is it
Invite only.
Can you get tickets?
No.
Can-
Invite only. Those
If
people,
you're a reporter and you hit on somebody that works there, can you get into the Kumite?
no, you get killed.
Okay.
If you're a reporter, but you pretend to be a prostitute, and you're like, "Hey, nobody can know I'm a reporter," and then you pull out the biggest tape recorder in the world to record your story, what happens then?
Yeah.
That was so stupid.
Yeah. All I remember is when the people started driving into the place, there were like 7 or 8 ambulances waiting before the Kumite or whatever you want to call it started. And on each corner of that weird mat, there are 4 people on each corner, one on each corner. They all have a staff. It's basically to stop whatever fight if something's going wrong or something's happening, someone taps out and someone keeps on going.
Huh.
Yeah.
This is the real life one.
This is real
not
life.
in the movie. Okay,
No.
okay.
You would have seen it
Because
if it was a real movie.
Yeah, I was about to say, wait, I don't remember ambulances in the outside
Yeah.
of that
No, that's the
building.
real part. Yeah.
Okay.
Plus, also, I learned this at the end of the movie. It said this is based on a true story.
Yeah.
I didn't know that going in. I
When
wish I
you
would.
saw that, were you like, what the fuck?
Yes, I was like, you've got to be shitting me. I wish I would have known that at the beginning, so I could be through the whole way like, what? Paying a little bit extra attention to those things.
So that means there was a monkey man.
right? Yeah.
That means that guy was real.
Based.
Well, I'm sure
based.
Based,
I feel
yeah,
that
based,
was
based,
creative
based.
license. I can't believe that actually would have happened.
Don't look at me. Huh?
But All right. So let's get into it.
Yeah.
Sure. Well, like I said, the first 20 minutes is pretty much just him training with his sensei.
It's an unnecessary flashback.
Not necessarily. The reason why they're doing this flashback is to show how we got into the martial arts.
That's fine. But then make that part of the movie, not a flashback.
It is part of the movie.
No, as in he's standing there.
Oh, make it part of the
see his
timeline.
His grown man reactions to scenes as it was happening. Just make that part of the story. Like 30 years ago, this. 20 years ago, this.
So you want subtitles?
No, not subtitles. Just make it a story. Instead of just seeing Van Damme trying to show emotion in between those scenes, where it has no facial expression.
Well, yeah, because it's just like a blur, and that's all it's supposed to be. It's like, huh? And then basically it's gone. And
Yeah.
it is back in those like in the 80s. That was a regular occurrence. They would do that all the time.
Okay, and that doesn't survive to today for a reason.
That's fine. I'm not saying that it's. I'm just saying that's normal back then.
Okay, fine. 1988. I'll give it to him. So yeah, we find out that he was a horrible thief, basically. Him and some friends go in to try to steal a katana from
Senso Tanaka.
right, and his friends bail, and he just kind of stands there like, oh, somebody's coming. I guess I'll just hang out and wait for him.
No, that's not what happened.
No, what?
He gets caught.
He's the new kid that just transferred in, and those people tried to put him into do all the stuff that basically those kids tried to basically phase him in as jump him in almost kind of in a type of a group.
Okay.
And he wasn't ready for that kind of thing. So basically, when they tried to hightail it because he was a stand-up kid, he just waited for the police or whatever because he didn't want to. Because you remember how at the end he's like, "You're not going to call the cops," because he knew that's what was ultimately going to happen.
Okay. I think you're giving way too much credit.
What?
I think he just froze. Deer headlights.
Did you see his face? That wasn't any type of freezing. That was either bad acting or him really just like saying, "I'm waiting for this."
Bad acting.
I'll go for bad acting.
It was the kid, the teenage version of Van Damme is a white kid.
Yeah.
And they dubbed over his voice with like a shitty like Van Damme impression.
I wouldn't be surprised if it was Van Damme and they just kind of sped it up a little bit to make it sound younger.
Did they have the technology back in the 80s, Adam?
I'm sure they did.
Yeah, well, that's
yeah, they did, because in Tango and Cash, remember they doctored the tapes, so it's so it's like, hey, what are you doing here? I'm supposed to meet someone for a good run. Hey, like they mess with it. They doctored the audio tapes.
Yeah,
so I'm sure they could do that. So it's around this time period. The thing that pisses me off in this scene, so they live in San Francisco, right?
Right.
His sensei and him.
Sure.
He's wearing a San Francisco Giants baseball hat.
Okay.
But the kid also has on a New York Giants football T-shirt.
Yeah, because where he moved.
Those are two different fucking teams.
That's where he moved from.
Isn't he?
I thought, really? Okay.
He transferred in.
I thought it was just the costume designer. Like, yeah, that says Giants too. Just throw them out there with this fucking gear on.
Any other Giants things we got? Yeah, we got this. All right.
That's what I thought it was. I thought someone who designed the costume was just like, there's a New York Giants. The director's like, fuck it, throw them out there in it.
All right.
I thought they were just trying to get them all Giantsed out as best they could.
I would believe that.
Okay.
I would absolutely believe that to be true.
Okay.
Look at me.
But he would have a Yankees hat on it. Okay, whatever. So the sensei, like, he gets the katana and he slices his hat, like the bill.
Yeah.
The hat. That was interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the kid didn't flinch. He's like, "Oh, you don't flinch."
In that case, I will teach you.
Uh-huh.
It's a large leap from you tried to steal my katana to I'm going to teach you and take you as my own child now.
Well, that's not what happened.
Yeah, basically what's happening.
No, it's not. Remember the whole beginning where it's like, if you're not going to do this, we're going to forget our deal? Because all he was here was, the deal was he was going to be the punching bag for his son.
Oh, right.
Because his son was going to be taught.
That's right.
But then his son dies in a war. So he lost his family at Hiroshima. So this guy lived through World War II.
Yeah.
And his son died in Vietnam, I'm guessing?
Sure.
But no, wait. He was like
Wait.
No. What fucking war time? This is 88.
Gulf? I don't know. I'm real bad with
No, Gulf
history.
was early 90s. I'm going to say
We'll
Vietnam.
call it the War of Central Casting.
Sure.
Fair enough.
So his son dies.
I don't think they explained exactly how he dies, so it could be any
Oh,
reason.
I remember hearing that he died in war or combat or something.
Maybe he was a police officer.
No, he was a military guy.
Maybe he's a military guy.
Yeah.
And he was just stationed overseas, and something happened.
So Van Damme now is going to be taught by his sensei.
Yeah.
So he's no longer the punching bag. He's now the student.
He's
Right.
Shidoshi.
And he makes him like it's just like in any training scene in a movie. Like he has to catch the fish with his bare hands.
Yeah, montage. It's blindfolded, see what you can do, and kicking, and him falling a lot, and then like shaking his head like, oh, you're not gonna get there, and then by the end like, oh, you're getting there. there was a lot of.
Eventually, we're going to find that movie where initially all this stuff that we're talking about that seems corny and replicated is the first time it actually happened in movies.
The first montage?
The first montage.
That would be interesting to see.
I want to see that too. The first montage.
I wonder what the first montage was.
Not just any montage, the first fighting montage.
We should do a montage of us looking for the montage on the internet.
Yeah.
That's it? No. Shaking the head. No, not it. How about this one? Click. No, that's not it. Then towards the end, shaking. Right, we got it.
And before we're standing there, we're like, Clovis are like breaking down and having issues, going to drinks and stuff like that.
Yeah, you think push-ups for no reason?
What?
and there has to be a song in the background, just like they're going to the limit.
Yeah. Ooh, let's have the Top Gun song, Danger Zone.
All right. So we'll get right on that.
Later in this movie, and I'm jumping ahead a little, when they go to the tournament, Van Damme eventually becomes friends with Ogre from Revenge of the Nerds. They only become friends because Van Damme's good in the shitty like video game.
Yeah.
So when they go to the tournament, they let Ogre walk right. Oh, you're Jackson? You look like Jackson. Come on in. Wait a minute to Van Damme. And he's like, wait a minute, you're not so-and-so?
Yeah.
So the Van Damme
not Tanaka?
Yeah, he has to punch the brick. He has to do the death touch brick move to prove. So, like, Van Damme looks more believable to enter this tournament than Ogre.
Yeah.
But they let Ogre walk right the fuck in.
Well,
That's very interesting.
Well, it's also based upon the lineage or where it came from. Like, for instance, Jackson's just a wrestler.
I pictured him just being like a bouncer that
found
out about the tournament somehow.
Right. He walked in. He just came from an over-the-top tournament with Stallone. Yeah. Just driving a truck right in like, hey, I don't know how I got to Hong Kong on a truck.
Yeah,
but,
I have a guess. I think he was approached after winning some sort of like back end shady fight club thing.
Okay.
Like for instance, like where that's how he got his money, by fighting people.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's how he got injured.
Yeah.
So there's no like background behind it. He's just like, oh, you're just a dude.
This friendship was weird to me.
Yeah, they've been friends for maybe 2 days.
Right.
In like movie time, it's like 2 days total.
Not to mention, they very well might be fighting each other to the death.
Oh yeah, they're best friends. Like, hey, buddy.
Yeah.
There's nothing to death. You know that.
No, but it could very well be.
Yeah.
They're fighting each other to basically try to kill them without killing them. And now, but beforehand, they're like, hey, let's get to know each other some. So I feel bad about punching in the face later.
Didn't you see their belts though?
No.
Belts? Yeah, they have belts, different colored belts. They're two teams.
They're on a team?
Yeah.
Okay. I missed that part.
Wait, so if Jackson beat Chong Li, that means he would have to fight Van Damme, right?
Yeah.
Jackson?
Yeah.
That's not a team then.
So that's not a team.
No, it starts off as a team.
Oh,
okay.
I must have missed that.
That's why
is that real life Kumite or is that?
No,
maybe...
that's part of the movie.
Okay.
The reason why they did that probably was to show the difference because like they had a yellow belt and a red belt, two different sides, different matches. That's where they would take from two different groups the govern that way.
Okay.
So pretty much, there's a training montage, and we figure out that Van Damme has been training with the master, and then he becomes really good at it.
Yeah.
Oh, real quick before I move on, make sure I've always seen this in these fighting movies.
Yeah.
What is the benefit of the breathing exercises? Like when Van Damme's like when he turns.
Oh yeah.
Is it? Can you put this in like a sports analogy to me? Like what is that equivalent to? Is that just shooting free throws to?
Well, think of it this
get
way.
Your shot better.
Well, okay. From a kinesiology point of view, it's a connection of different muscles and pulley systems from your joints all the way out, and by doing that slowly, you're also tightening the muscles along with the tendons, creating a sense of useful function with strength as you do it.
Is it like kind of like yoga?
Yes, kind of like it's a tension based training.
So it's like building like a muscle memory, sort of.
Kind of, yeah, and also you know how your tendons basically happen to be how do you say how do you forcibly control where your tendons are tightened with your muscles? This is what it's for.
Okay.
The breathing itself is also the focus on timing, along with when you exhale is when you're supposed to for the attack.
So it'd just be like if Kobe Bryant just got a basketball and just started shooting, just to get the muscle memory down, to get his muscles ready for game
I
day.
think it might be more like just dribbling all day.
Dribbling
Oh,
all
yeah,
day?
dribbling, yeah.
Then
That
where,
makes sense.
where did the free throw come into play?
No, I said, is that just a free throw
No,
to
no.
work on your shot?
Oh, I see.
That's
Yeah.
what I said.
Yeah, just dribbling all day just to get that, so it becomes second. You're not even thinking about it.
Okay.
And you can. I was doing the dribbling motion for those that are not watching this.
That didn't even show on the pictures. Oh, there it is.
All right.
Do it again one more time.
That's fine.
Oh.
So Van Damme is in the military, and his like commanding officers are like, "Hey man, you know that secret tournament that no one's supposed to know about? Well, we in the U.S. military
Yeah.
we learned that it exists, so you better not compete."
Yeah, we heard you're going to Hong Kong for this Kumite, which nobody else knows about in the world.
But we do some because we were from the CIA.
Yeah. So we need you to not enter that. And he goes, "Okay, I just need to take a shower."
Yeah.
So he goes,
Arnold,
"Take a
is that
shower."
you?
He goes, I can't do a Van Damme voice.
It's the same as Arnold, just do it high pitched.
More Frenchy.
The same exact
Like more,
accent.
more of a Frenchy.
Just break it
accent.
apart
Like
a
if
little
you were
bit
going to do Arnold like this, I gotta do it like this then.
Nah.
No.
Like Mickey Mouse.
Well, he's pretty much. He pretty much tells the guy, "I'm gonna go take a shower," and the guy's like, "Okay." And then this was just like last week when we did the Specialist, where Sharon Stone's like, "Hold on, I gotta use the bathroom real quick," and the guy's like, "Okay,"
Oh, yeah.
and she calls Stallone. It's the same thing. So he's like, "Hey, sir, are you doing okay in the shower?" And Van Damme's gone, and he's running off the base. No. That officer who went to
Yeah.
get him is running to the
Yeah.
commanding officer.
Oh, God.
And he's
I
like,
lost
"Oh
him."
God, I lost him."
Yep.
So you find out Van Damme flew to San Francisco to pay his respects for his master, who
Yep.
I'm guessing is dying.
Yeah.
He's ill.
Yeah.
Not dying, just ill.
Oh.
He's dying of the exact same age, is what he's doing. not old age. He's looks exactly the same from the first time we saw him.
I thought you knew. People from Asian background don't age until
Yeah.
like 80.
Okay.
Then they're 100.
Right.
Mm-hmm. So so he pays his respects and he leaves. He gets on a plane to Hong Kong and he flies from Frisco to Hong Kong. And Forrest Whitaker and this other old guy are
This is so
at
dumb.
him.
This is the thing about it, though, with Forrest Whitaker.
Uh-huh.
I really feel like his eye and him are really in sync today for this movie.
Yeah, they were on the same page.
Yeah, they actually felt like they really want to do the same thing.
They're according to Wikipedia, they're Criminal Investigation Command (CID) officers, and they're sent by the army to go get Van Damme. So they go to his sensei's house. Hey, was he here? The wife is like, yeah, he came to pay his respects. Do you know if he's going to Japan? She's like, or Hong Kong? She's like, sure. I don't know.
I don't know that.
Like, you don't understand. You got to tell us.
Yeah. Well, they have this weird. These two agents, they have this weird kind of chemistry or whatever. That I think it's good cop, idiot cop.
That's in a lot of these action movies.
Yeah, where the older guy, the older white dude's just kind of like being formal and being polite, and Forrest Whitaker's like, "Hey, you know what we're looking for?" Like, and the guy keeps telling him like, "Hey, calm down." Maybe it's his first day on the force.
Yeah.
Or like, "Hey, this is not how we do things. Relax. Thank you for your time. You tell us where. Thank you for your time."
So the old white guy is
Knows what he's supposed to be doing.
So the old white guy is Riggs, and Forrest Whitaker is Murtaugh.
Okay.
That's all the way around.
Murtaugh.
Is Danny Glover.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Riggs is a crazy guy.
Right.
Well, isn't that old man who's like the crazier one of the
No,
two?
it's the other
No,
way
it's
around.
Forrest Whitaker.
Forrest Whitaker's
Oh, that's
insane.
right. That's right.
Yeah, Forrest Whitaker's insane.
My bad. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
It's reversed.
That's racist, man.
I'm sorry.
This one's black and
Wait,
white.
no.
Oh, I see.
Cage is Travolta, and Travolta is Cage.
There you go. That's
Try to
not-
explain someone Face Off
Yeah.
if they haven't seen
That's
it.
where the confusion came.
It's fucking confusing as fuck. Sorry.
I'm not
also makes you sound like a
talking.
crazy
I'm good.
person.
Yes. So Cage is Travolta.
Yes.
And Travolta has to go into prison
As a kid.
as Cage.
Yes.
No, that didn't make sense, what I just said. Cage is Travolta. and
Yeah,
he's-
it's right.
Oh, shit. That's right.
One's a bad guy, one's a good guy. They switch their faces to take over each other's lives.
Yeah.
There you go.
Okay.
That was our episode, our 100th episode.
That's right.
So check that out in the archives. This is episode 146. So that was 46 episodes ago.
Oh, my.
Yeah.
Didn't seem that long ago.
No, it
I know.
didn't.
Or did it? That doesn't matter.
That's a Deadpool joke.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm not kissing you.
All right. Very good.
So Frank Dux is in Hong Kong, and he stays
Dukes.
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 Like, put up your dukes.
Uh-huh. He goes to Hong Kong, and I love this. The hotel houses everyone who's competing in this tournament. So if you were just like a businessman on vacation in Hong Kong or doing business in Hong Kong, everyone who's staying in that hotel is pretty much a fighter.
Yeah.
And you can easily tell. Like this is what I'm saying. This is like Street Fighter the movie. There's like an Arab fighter guy with like the fucking Saudi thing around his head.
Yeah.
It was like
the monkey guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. By the way, we saw a short montage at the beginning of the movie of all these guys from different ethnicities training
Oh yeah.
for like 2 seconds each, just to introduce us to these characters we are not going to learn much about anyway.
I do know that because they did explain that this is all based upon the Triad's funding. They're the one allowing them to do the Kumite in this in the city,
Right? In Hong Kong.
Yeah, in Hong Kong. Actually, not only a part of Hong Kong. Basically, they were explaining as they were walking into the place for the Kumite that this place was a Kowloon or I'm not Kowloon, I think it's called.
Okay.
Basically, what it is in Hong Kong. There's this area. I'm not exactly sure, like 10 like square blocks or something like that.
Yeah.
It's surrounded by immense amount of like compacted stories, buildings.
Yeah.
And in that place is completely run by the Triad. There's nothing that goes in or out that's not completely controlled by them.
Is it Mongkok?
I don't know. What kind of Mongkok are you talking about here?
No, because Mongkok is where I stayed when I was in Hong Kong. And from what I was told by my coworkers before I went, that I'm going into the place where they film all the movies where all the gang stuff happens.
No.
Because it was a bunch of high buildings where that's where everybody stayed.
High buildings, but within control from the movies, not the Triad. The Triad, if you basically you walk into there, at least back in the 80s, I don't know how it happened. This is during the British occupation.
Okay.
They basically sectioned those blocks off to the Triad because there was no police force, nothing. It was all run completely that way. Okay. Drugs, everything, all in there.
So I went to the movie version of this in Hong Kong.
Okay.
Yeah, this is where they film, at least supposedly. Fair. But anyway, it doesn't matter.
So like I said, Van Damme meets Jackson because he beat him in a shitty video game, and he's like, "Hey man, you're all right." So
yeah,
they become friends, and this tournament takes place, I think, over like 3 days.
Yes.
So they're BFFs, like you said, Adam, over the course of like a day.
Well, also at the same hotel, we first see the reporter there asking, "Hey, are you going to go to the Kumite? Can I go to?"
Everyone knows about this tournament.
and then Van Damme meets Jackson. They're playing video games. Like, all right, well, you like this kind of fighting, or because I'm going to be in the Kumite later. And like, hey, me too. Like, oh, so they're just talking about it openly as if what if they didn't know about it? Then this is a horribly kept secret.
It's no secret.
Yeah,
supposedly.
And they meet that guy who's winds up being like their manager. He's like their wrestling manager.
Yeah, here's the liaison.
Hey, buddy.
He's like an Asian Joe Pesci.
Yeah.
Who I'm nominating as the Giamatti role.
Oh, all right.
Yes.
That's fair.
Like it.
Okay, USA.
All right. Yeah, so now they meet, and then now they got to go to introduce themselves at the Kumite. That's where Jackson come this way.
And it's like in the back room under some building, or
that's
behind like a restaurant or something. What was that building? I forgot.
It's not a building. It's a multitude of buildings that goes into this one area deep inside of the evil place.
Yeah.
That helps, right?
Well, that's where Jackson gets let in, and Van Damme has to do the death touch punch thing.
Mm-hmm. To prove himself.
Yeah.
And then they first meet Chong Li or bring eye to eye for each other.
Yeah.
Who has great pecs. Killer fucking pecs.
Yeah.
That's all incline fucking.
This is the first time that every person in this movie that's watched this movie has stared at a man's chest.
That's not true.
Everybody, not just say one person.
Oh,
I'm talking about everybody. It's like, who's Chong Li? Oh, that guy with the big chest. Oh, yeah, I remember him.
So, from this point of the movie on, it's just fighting scenes.
That's all.
And that's pretty much it.
Yep.
There's like one hospital scene, one dumbass chase scene.
Yeah.
With Forrest Whitaker and that old guy.
Yeah.
But pretty much everything's just a fight scene. You see the Monkey Man, you see the E Honda guy.
And maybe this is going to come up in trivia, but I feel like you can tell which of these people were actual fighters.
Oh, and who were
versus who were actors.
Why? Because they didn't talk.
No, because of the way they fought.
Oh,
just some of the choreography looked like really clunky, and some of it was like that looks legit. It's like, so we'll get some actual fighters for the movie. We'll get some actors to do the roles, and it's very obvious to tell which is which, I think. So
Chong Li is the defending champion because this comes around every 5 years, right?
Every 5 years.
Yeah. So he won. So Chong Li won it last 5 years ago.
Yeah.
So he's like the big badass.
Killed the guy last time
with the pencil.
No.
Oh, different movie.
Just John Wick, man.
Oh, sorry.
1 and 2, by the way.
Yes. Oh man, we saw 2.
Yeah. Oh, you saw part 2? I still haven't seen it yet.
I'll bring it back.
You son of a...
Oh, you bought it on Blu-ray, right?
You got the collection.
Did you get it on Amazon.com?
Yes, I did.
Yeah, man. If you are going to buy it at Amazon, go to our website first, click on the banner. It takes you to Amazon, do your shopping as normal. Doesn't cost you anything extra, but it helps support the show.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. That was unexpected.
Okay.
But well put. Well put.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it was interesting. The pencil thing comes up again.
Yeah.
In a fun way.
And-
Okay,
yeah,
that's,
a very fun way.
that's enough.
So I was confused throughout this whole tournament. This whole time I thought killing was except everyone's just like, oh, he killed him. Got to deal with it now. I didn't know it was like a no.
It's a no. It's dishonorable. It's not dishonorable. You're expelled. You're no longer able to fight. But it's a dishonorable win.
But isn't dying kind of expected in a scenario like this?
Dying is not expected in a scenario because all these people that are fighting have to be are the best of their field.
Okay.
They have to have control.
Okay.
That's a big portion of any martial art.
But he killed the guy last time, right?
Yes.
And
So
then
why
he
is
killed
he
the guy
still-
this time.
He killed the guy last time because he doesn't. He likes to kill. His control is not the problem. Now the thing about it is because he's the reigning champ, he has to come back so the other person can take his belt.
So he could have won 3 times in a row, killed somebody in the 4th, and then they would let him go because he was already champion.
No, what? Now you're confusing me.
Well, okay. Did he? If he's a reigning champion
Yeah.
for how many years?
So the
5
only
years.
the only reason they only explained for the one tournament that he's been the champion.
Oh, okay. So in his first tournament, he kills the guy.
Yes, sure. We don't
And
know
then-
if that's his first tournament though,
But then why is he still around? Why didn't he get gangbanged?
because he's a champ. Because this is a movie. It's not real.
Chong Li-
It's based on a real movie.
Based. That doesn't mean that there's actually a bad guy.
So Chong Li beats a guy in like 13 seconds, and then they turn a sign that says new world record. I'm like, why are there records of this illegal secret tournament? Why are you leaving a record behind? Why are there records
And
here?
it's not a world record. It's a Kumite record. Unless there's other Kumites all over the world, or is this the only Kumite?
In this world, there's only one.
Okay. Wait. How about in our world?
It depends on who's.
Real life.
Yeah.
Okay.
In real life, it depends on how many masters are running it.
But it's like the San Diego Comic Con is going to be the San Diego Comic Con until it moves to New York. Or there's already one in New York. All right. The Stan Lee's thing. Stan Lee's Comic Con was in Anaheim for the first 2 years. Last year it was in LA. Now it's back in Anaheim. It doesn't mean there's 2 different Stan Lee Comic Cons. It's just the one. It just travels.
In this movie, there's just one.
Right, the one in Hong Kong.
Yeah.
Okay.
I believe in this real world, the one we live in right now, the one that you have to say that it exists, Adam. There is, I think, one in Taiwan, one in Hong Kong, and one in China.
Now these kumites, are they like in this movie secretive?
Yes. You're not allowed in. There are no spectators. Except for unless you're come with a master that is promoting for it, that is allowed to compete.
Okay. All right. So if I'm some rich piece of shit banker
You don't get in.
and I paid $10 million for a ticket, they wouldn't let me in?
Nope.
Damn.
But if you're a rich piece of shit banker, you probably have ties to try it already, which may let you
Maybe,
in.
yeah.
Yeah, they may let you in if it's that kind of kumite, but it's not that kind of kumite for the ones here.
Okay.
Basically, it's to the point where they take out the idea of money, of the idea of any type of capitalism or anything like that. It's all based upon pure ability.
Okay.
So that also includes honor. That also includes death and breaking of bones. So, like, let's say one of those people that, like, with the flashes a lot of money, yells out and says something stupid while they're fighting, causes a dishonorable failure in the fight.
Ooh, yeah.
That means that
He gets gangbanged.
Yeah. Not like that though. No porn here.
Okay, I understand it. Okay. He gets
gang jumped.
gang jumped.
Yeah.
Okay.
Gangbang.
One at a time.
Okay. Well, that's what they used to call it, gangbanging, back in the day, before porn took it over.
Yeah.
Okay, how about this? He got beat up by everybody, or whoever beat the crap out of him to the point where he couldn't get up again.
There's porn for that too.
I think that's called a snuff film, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Nicolas Cage movie.
What?
8 millimeters.
Oh dear Lord. Oh my Lanta.
You know what Nick Cage movie I thought was going to be badass? And then based on the trailer and the premise, and then when I
Rider.
saw it, I was like, fuck this movie.
It's like every one of his movies.
No, Snake Eyes?
Oh, did we do Snake Eyes?
No, we never did.
We did that one like
We did
treasure
Ranger
hunting
Games.
one.
Yeah.
With Nicolas Cage?
Gary Sinise.
Oh.
Yeah.
Snake Eyes is great for spoilers.
Yes.
That should get on
I
the
was
list.
very disappointed with it initially because I'm like, oh, it's a murder mystery. The boxer never hit the guy.
Yeah.
And the lights went out. What the fuck's going on? And then I'm like, oh.
That's exactly what happened.
It went off the rails real quick.
Yeah. So like I said, Chong Li beats a guy in like 13 seconds. Van
Yeah.
Damme gets called up and he beats his guy in like 11 seconds.
Yeah.
So now he has the new record.
Yes.
World record.
And that pisses Chong Li off.
Yeah, because Chong Li's been here for who knows how long.
Yeah.
And then this guy is his first fight, and he beats his world record right there.
Yeah. That'd be upsetting.
I like how Van Damme, his fights, he wears his gi the whole time, and no one ever touches Van Damme the first few rounds. Like,
Yeah.
they can't make contact with him, and then when some guy finally gets a hit on him, he's like, okay, and he takes his shirt off.
Yeah.
I feel like that's restricting though, like wearing the shirt, the gi. Isn't that like restricting to your
It's also
movements?
a form of protection too.
Oh, okay.
But it's also something to grab
Yeah. Instead of
for the
skin.
opponent.
Yeah, instead of skin or flesh. Yeah.
What?
People can grab skin and muscle just as easily as clothes.
Not as easy.
I've got scars for it.
Okay. This much easier than that, and you'll get more traction out of it.
Not when it comes to martial arts, man.
All right.
They grab muscle and they pull muscle out.
Okay, that hurts.
Yeah.
Mhm. So this chunk of the movie is just fight.
Yep.
Guys get. Did E Honda kill that monkey guy?
Yes.
Because I heard
He broke his back,
a in his back when
Yeah.
They crippled him.
Okay.
Definitely at least cripple him. He's not going to be doing that anymore.
Yeah.
he lost his ability.
Yeah. He's not going to be monkeying around.
He's not going to be climbing a fucking tree. Jesus Christ. This fucking movie is ridiculous, dude.
Yeah.
Well, he's not the only black guy. There's another black guy. The guy,
referee.
The guy who does this, who does the death
Oh, yeah!
thing with the thumb to Van Damme. That points to Van Damme, and
The
he
guy
goes,
the guy that bounces when you hit him.
yeah.
That is why I believe my friend Kevin from junior high showed me this movie, because he would do that at school. Just say like
The death thumb move.
and he'd do the same crazy face of like, that's where he got it from. It was that yes.
Okay.
I knew it was Kevin showed me this movie.
And then Van Damme whoops his ass in like 20 seconds.
Right. A new world record.
See, you remember it because of that thing with the throat, right?
Yeah.
I remember it because when Van Damme first hits him, he bounces.
Does he?
Yeah, he's like. Dum, 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 dum.
Fantastic.
Let's talk about that chase scene.
Which one?
Okay.
The one where he's walking?
No, the two CID guy, Forrest
that
Whitaker and that old white guy, they show up
Yeah.
and they're like, "Hey Frank," they meet him in the hotel. They're like, "Hey Frank, time to go back, buddy. The army invested a lot of money in you, and
Yes.
we can't let you compete in this tournament."
What does that mean?
He's like a super soldier, I'm guessing.
Yeah. Do they implant him with stuff? Do they spend extra money on his training because his training from Tanaka wasn't good enough?
I don't know.
They don't explain to him.
Maybe in this world he's a universal soldier.
Yeah.
And they need to get him back.
Or maybe he works for the what branch?
I think he's the army.
Army? Oh, what army? What
He
is
could
the
be
army?
just like a black ops guy. I don't know.
Oh, that might be the case where he's trained in all types of form of fighting.
Yeah, because you don't want to
and
lose.
gun play.
Yeah, you don't want to lose a guy like that. By the way, speaking of different characters in different worlds, I don't mean to go on a side tangent here.
That happens all the time.
Yesterday, I was watching Welcome to the Rock.
Yes.
And I don't know if I said this on the Rock episode, but I remember hearing this theory that, the theory about James Bond, how it's a different...
Bond every time.
Like Sean Connery's Bond retired, quote unquote, and then
Like
Pierce
from-
Brosnan came in, and
like
they just
Lynch,
took the name
like,
James
like
Bond.
Lynch from the A-Team.
Yeah,
Okay.
sort of like that.
Yeah.
But there's a theory on the internet that Sean Connery's James Bond was captured in the U.S., and that Mason is actually James Bond who was sent to Alcatraz prison.
Oh.
I could live with that.
I like the Time Lord thing better for
Time Lord?
for
Oh, the
007.
James Bond theory.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
he just regenerates every time. It's the same guy.
I was
Blonde this time, by the way.
Yeah, that's fine. Time Lords can also come back as black if they were white the first time. It doesn't matter. Or a woman, even.
I was switching back and forth between The Rock and another movie I was watching, and when I switched back, it was the scene, how the hell in Zeus's butthole did you make it out of your cell? And then his door opens.
Trade secrets, my friend.
Anyway, so they go up to him, and those things are like stun guns, right?
Yeah, tasers.
They
type
threaten
of
him
thing.
with a taser. They're like,
Yeah.
"All right, don't make it hard, Frank." And fucking Jackson tackles these two to give Van Damme enough time to get out of there. So they chase after him. I'm surprised this old man was able to catch up.
Yeah,
To be honest with you,
absolutely.
like this is a young Forrest Whitaker. He's not heavy set yet. Chasing after him. They're chasing him through the streets of Hong Kong, and they're running through like boats. And eventually they fall off the boat into the fucking dirty ass water.
Yeah,
I can't believe
that's horrible.
that old guy just spit that water in his mouth.
Yeah,
He's got to get a fucking tetanus shot or something.
Yeah, that's
after
not,
that
that's-
scene.
Yeah,
that can't be good.
Because in Hong Kong they have like houseboats.
Yeah. So Van Damme is like, he can easily run away, but he's hiding behind a car. And they're like, where is he? And he just pops up like, hey, fellas, I'm over here. And then now they start chasing after him.
That's a much better accent. I like that.
That's a little better.
Yeah.
That was just dumb.
It really was. It was no.
You didn't need that scene. That's what I'm
Need
saying.
at all. Just because
You didn't even need them to.
There was no point.
There's no point of even having the agents there.
there's no point in making him of any part of the American agencies.
Yeah.
Van Damme could just be a guy that trained with Tanaka, and that's it.
Do you think maybe they tried to do that to show how important he was in America as well?
It doesn't affect the story.
I know it doesn't.
Oh, but I guess if this is based on true events, I guess.
Oh.
Yeah, then Frank Dux must have been an army guy.
Yeah.
I forgot about that. But it's real.
Right? That was shocking to me.
Wait a minute. So if this is real,
No,
based. I know. Then that means there was a sort of real Chun-Li guy.
Probably.
There must have been like a Chun-Li guy.
Probably.
Ooh.
Then that means someone out there has killer pecs. Like this guy.
It's Rufio on a bunch of steroids. It's what he looked like to me.
Brick don't hit back. You do that line good, Maestro.
Oh, yeah? He's like, very good, but brick don't hit back.
Do you think, Adam, he was dubbed over?
There's a lot of dubbing in this movie.
Yeah.
No, do you think Chung-Li's 2 lines were dubbed? Or do
Most
you think he
likely.
can actually speak English?
Oh, he can speak English.
He can?
Yeah.
You know the guy?
Yeah. No, he's in a buttload of movies, man.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And he's in a lot of Jean-Claude Van Damme movies.
When I was a little kid, I was scared of Chung-Li.
Yeah.
Like just his fucking physical demeanor. I was scared to death of him as a kid.
Wait, wasn't Chong Li in this in another one of our movies that we did?
Was he?
Yeah.
Let me think.
The one with another Jean-Claude Van Damme movie, the one where he's twins.
Oh, that's right. He was in Double Impact.
Yeah, he was the one with the guy with the scar.
With the scar on his eye.
Let's see what we got.
Yeah, he was in Double Impact, Adam.
Yeah.
He was Moon.
Moon and Double Impact.
Yeah, because he had that.
Oh,
scar
and he was in
moon
Enter
thing
the
on it.
Dragon.
Yeah.
He fought Bruce Lee in Enter the Dragon, right? I think he did. Yeah, he was the guy with the scar on his eye. I was scared of him too in Double Impact. This guy scared the shit out of me.
Because when he smiles, it's creepy.
Wow. Yep, a lot of movies here.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Chinese movies. Yeah,
So-
mostly Chinese movies.
Let's talk about this Jackson Chong Li fight. So
Okay.
Jackson Ogre is called up next, and he's like, "Don't worry, but he tells Van Damme, he's like, "Don't worry, buddy, I got him." Jackson's fighting style, by the way, is just he just runs straight at you and tries to punch you in the head.
It's Ogre. It's perfect.
That's his fighting style. Again, I don't know how this guy made it into this tournament, but if they're letting a monkey guy in, I'm sure they'll let anyone in who can throw a punch.
Yeah, they just need diversity. Different parts of the world.
So when he fights Chong Li, he fucking bum rushes him, and he actually gets him on the ground.
Yeah.
But he's like, yeah! He turns his back to him. He's just going egging the crowd
He starts
on.
celebrating.
Yeah!
I got him. Cheer for me. Yeah. Are you not entertained? A bunch of.
And he actually made Chong Li bleed.
Yeah.
And it reminded me of The Simpsons. Hey, you made me bleed my own blood. From, what's the bully's name?
Not Millhouse. That's the guy that gets beat up.
Wilson.
No.
It sounds like that.
Nelson.
Yeah.
Nelson.
Nelson does that line. So Chong Li looks at his own blood, and he has that look on his face like, hey, you made me bleed my own blood.
Yeah. It's also a stupid Ben Stiller from Dodgeball.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, with his friend Blazer, Laser, Taser.
So Maestro saw
And Michelle.
someone as good as Chong Li. He wouldn't let Jackson get that close to him, right? Was he doing this just to fuck with him? Do you think Chong Li just let him hit him just to get his hopes up? Like,
No.
do you think he actually was legitimately
I can't.
hit?
I can't.
I think he was legitimately hit. It's just that he's just got so much like scar tissue on his face that it protected him.
Okay.
I think he probably underestimated him. Maybe he got a lucky shot in and was like, oh.
It's the equivalent of Jean-Claude taking his shirt off.
Okay.
Yeah, blood. Tastes good.
What?
He tastes his own blood. He does that
I
thing.
don't care.
It makes me stronger.
He's not a vampire. He's not Blade.
Did that make you mad at him when he's like, "Yeah, I did it"?
Yes. It was like this.
Finish him.
Yeah, but then again, it's true to character.
That's true.
It's dumb and it's upsetting, but I can imagine if anybody was going to do that in the movie, it'd be Jackson for sure.
Yeah.
But I was watching a video on Facebook. There was a bunch of those types of things where when celebration erupts too early,
Yeah.
And then, like, the guy, he blocks the soccer ball, and then it rolls back into the goal afterwards.
Oh, yes. I've seen those on YouTube.
Yeah, the volleyball, like, they think that they're going to miss the ball, so they start celebrating, and then they hit it back, and then it hits one of the guy in the head. And like, oh.
There was a football play where the receiver caught the ball, and he started slowing down, and he started doing hot dogging moves, and he held the ball out like this, and the safety caught all the way up to him, and wham, knocked it out of his hand.
Yeah.
And then the team got the ball back.
Yeah. Oh, it's beautiful.
I love that.
Or that one where he catches it, stops, and spikes the ball 10 yards before it actually hits.
Oh, yeah. That's a good one.
For the end zone, yeah. Oh, that's good stuff.
So that was Jackson.
Yeah.
In this scene.
He's a real life guy.
And then Chung Lee gets up, and then
he starts toying with him a little, and then he fucks him up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Puts him in the hospital. Literally.
In Bloodsport, because I would get Bloodsport and Kickboxer confused.
Yeah.
In Kickboxer, his brother dies, right? At the hands of someone.
Yeah.
So he has to avenge his brother's death. That in this movie, I thought Jackson dies.
Oh,
I thought it was Jackson who gets killed. So
No.
he's like, I got to avenge his death. But he just winds up in the hospital. I don't know how he survived a Chung Lee fight.
Well, because she's got just as much fat tissue on his face as Chong Li does.
yeah, I feel like he's real thick-headed, this one.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. I mean, he is wearing a bandana.
Right.
That's true.
Maybe.
Oh, he takes his Harley bandana.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's like,
Yeah, there's a metal plate behind there protecting him.
Right. He's like that guy from the animes.
I don't understand who that is.
He's got a metal thing.
Naruto?
Sure.
Okay.
I don't know. It looks like an eyeball on it.
in an anime?
Yeah, he's got like a
Dragon
bandana,
Ball?
and there's like a metal plate. It looks like it has a Hearthstone almost looking logo on it.
Is it a Dragon Ball character?
Oh, he's talking about Naruto. It's the hidden leaf.
Yeah. I know what you're talking about now. So Jackson dies. Oh, no, he doesn't die. He just winds up in the hospital. Yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that guy.
Yeah, by the way, that came before Hearthstone.
But it looks similar.
Because it's a leaf. The town he lives in is called the Hidden Leaf.
All right. Mm-hmm. Looks like an eyeball. A Hearthstone eyeball.
I don't care.
So Van Damme's reporter girlfriend's like, she pretty much gives him like the Adrian speech in Rocky IV. Like, you can't win.
Yeah.
Like telling him to quit.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the Brits commercial.
No.
Say something for the sequel, Rocky.
No.
If I can change, you can change.
Yeah, in Rocky IV, Adrian tries to tell Rocky, like, you can't win, to make him quit.
Yeah.
So she tries to do the same thing to Van Damme. He's like, nah, fuck this. I got to beat him.
Don't they sleep with each other first?
Yeah, they do earlier in the movie.
Yeah, earlier.
Which is a throw. None of these scenes, you don't even need a reporter there.
No.
You didn't need her. You didn't need the CID guys.
All you needed was the...
You actually couldn't have needed his master. You could have just looked at the photo and throw a line like, oh, I remember when you traded me. Off to Hong Kong I go.
Yeah. Yeah. You could have. And then got more fighting in there.
Yeah.
But they did have to fill out the amount of minutes for the movie.
Yeah.
They didn't have to. It could have been an hour movie.
They don't make this movie for you, Adam. They make it for me.
Obviously.
Well, Van Damme shows up outside the door of the Kumite. It's the CID guys, and Van Damme fucks up a bunch of like Hong Kong military guys.
Yeah.
And they're like, he's like, I'll meet you at the airport tomorrow at 2 p.m. I got to do this. And they're just like, all right, go ahead.
Like,
yeah.
We can't catch him. We can't stop him. Let's at least hope he survives and then just celebrate when he does.
Yeah, they're like, dude, I'm an old white guy. Your fucking eyes all fucked up. There's no way we're catching this guy.
That's how it happened. That's how Forrest Whitaker got his lazy eye. He got hit by Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Here's the other thing, too. If the government did spend so much money on him, they send these two schmucks to collect him.
Why didn't they send Stallone and Schwarzenegger after him?
Send everybody. Send the cavalry.
Send Chuck Norris.
Yeah, or if he is part of this Black Ops team, send the rest of the Black Ops team to get him.
Yeah.
Or Delta Force.
Yeah. Yeah. Or you, in place of all of that, you can send one single
Chuck Norris.
John McClane.
Oh.
Bruce Willis reference.
Or one John Wick.
Or John Wick. Okay. I'll accept either. Yeah.
Well, not necessarily, because John Wick will just kill him and take his body back.
Oh, that's true. I think just out of muscle memory, he'll get a shot in the chest and a shot in the head.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, or what you can do is you can unfreeze Simon Phoenix and send him to Hong Kong. Simon Phoenix? Wesley Snipes?
Yeah.
Oh, I told him! I told him, officer!
He lost his head.
That's
Because
true.
Because it was not attached to his body.
Yeah.
That's true also.
So it's a final match, Chong Li versus Van Damme, and they alter the ring. Because the ring is just a flat surface.
No, it's curved the whole time.
It's always been curved?
Yeah.
I thought they doctored the
either.
ring.
It was curved the whole time.
I guess when they pointed out, because they're like, get the ring ready. I was like, what are they doing with the ring? I guess I never noticed it until it was pointed out.
It's always been ready. It's always been curved. The only difference is they have they just have blood on it now. That's all.
I don't know, man. I feel like it was flat the entire time because I noticed it too. Like, hey, they changed the ring.
If they changed the ring, they had to literally refix the whole thing. And then why would they reuse the mat with blood on it?
No, they just put up some like pillars underneath it. Or it's pneumatics, like Venice.
In the 80s.
Yeah.
Randomly in Hong Kong.
Yeah.
Okay.
They got the technology, man.
Mm-hmm.
That's Japan, man. Hong Kong, China, they have the numbers.
Okay, so they had a lot of people do it.
Yeah, they don't put people underneath. No, never mind.
So Chong Li...
That's where all the males go when they're born.
That's different culture altogether.
No, isn't that the thing in China?
In Sparta.
Oh. No, what? No, wait, the girls, the females.
Yes.
That's what I meant. Wait, what?
Moving on.
I'm confused. I just confused myself.
You got to read, man.
I don't.
So Chong Li puts in his shorts, what is it, salt pill or a powder pill or something?
Yeah, this is his chalk powder.
I don't know where it comes from. Was that on the floor, on the mat?
No, they
No,
put it in his trousers.
In his little belly button.
Yeah. They put it inside of his...
And then it falls out
trousers.
at one point and he crushes it on the floor?
It doesn't fall out. He takes it out
Oh.
when they gets hit, and then he crushes it in his hand and throws it in his eyes.
Yeah.
And it's supposed to temporarily blind him because it sticks to eyeball fluid.
By the way, speaking of...
Wow, that's very specific.
I know, right?
Speaking of wrestling, when we were kids, there was a
Okay.
character named Mr. Fuji.
All right.
He was the bad guy. He was the bad guy manager to Yokozuna and a bunch of other guys.
He was the tiny one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bald. He would talk like this, and he carried the Japanese flag around.
Yeah.
So his shtick was he would throw quote unquote salt in the eyes of the good guys. So like he would throw salt in Hulk Hogan's eyes, but it came out as powder.
Yeah.
And when I was a kid, I'm like, oh, he threw salt in his eyes. Oh my God, I hate him. But then as I got older, there was a show called Wrestling Secrets Revealed, and they did the salt in the eye trick, and they said it's powder. Salt doesn't have a powder effect when you throw it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh my God, I never realized that.
Well, couldn't you crush the salt to make it powdery?
It still wouldn't be powdery. You'd have to you'd have to mix it with something.
If
So
you get one of those mocajetes, what do you call them?
He has a mocajet.
No, is there an English term for that?
Mortar and pestle.
Yeah, that's
the
what it
English
is.
term.
If you muddle some salt?
it's still.
I don't think it'd be powdery.
Yeah, salt is crystallized
be
no matter
crushed.
what. Yeah, it's just in smaller quantity. It doesn't. It's still crystallized.
But
It sticks
that's
to each other.
how good of a storyteller wrestlers were. They made me believe, holy shit, it's salt in his eye. And now it's just powder. So yeah, that's what he throws in Van Damme. He cheats because Van Damme gets the upper hand, and Chun-Li's like, fuck this, I'm not going down. Throws salt in his eye. So now Van Damme has to use his other senses.
Like he did in the first part of the movie.
in the first part of the movie, they showed him dodging hits with blindfolded and
Yeah,
stuff.
they made a big deal about it at the beginning of the movie. Such a big deal that when this actually happened, I was just like, okay, who cares? Now he's blind. Big deal. He can do this blind.
Mm-hmm.
But he seemed to have way more of a freak out moment for himself.
Oh, he was blind?
Yeah.
He's
like,
like,
oh my God. Oh yeah, my training. Like, they explained it so much so that to him it would have been like, oh, I can't see. Well, fuck you. And he still comes at you anyway. But
Good point.
no. Yeah.
No, I have no rebuttal for that. That's a
Thank
very
you.
good point.
Yeah. He's,
But you have to admit,
his
though,
face, man.
Yeah.
it's memorable.
No, yes,
Yeah.
but not in a positive way. Just like, what is?
Oh,
what?
I thought he did a good job.
Yeah, seriously.
I thought he did a good job selling that he was blind.
No.
You know, honestly, I think it would be the ultimate like angry meme. You saw how rageful it looked, right?
That could be. Yes, that could be a good meme. Ooh,
Uh huh.
I'm gonna. All right, let's see what I can do after the show.
Okay.
So we all know what happens next.
Yeah.
Van Damme wins.
He has,
But he has to target him in the stomach. He told Jackson, hit him in the stomach because he's a little fat. He's a little thick.
apparently.
Hit him in the stomach.
He doesn't. He does what like most weightlifters do. He doesn't train his legs
He skips stomach
Or his
day.
core.
or his core. He just does lifting.
It's just all upper
Yeah.
body.
Yeah.
He lifts too much, bro.
So he hits him in the stomach, and he figures out the
No,
Mike
no.
Tyson punch out move. The combo got hit him in the stomach.
Right. And he gets a coin.
Not all the way lizards, of course. Gold coin, gold coin. Mushroom.
And so yeah, he beats him. He's the new winner of the Kumite. And then he shows up to and then the two agents are at the airport.
Yeah.
Hey, he's not going to show up. He lied to us.
Yeah, well, first he goes to the hospital, visit Jackson.
That's right. I forgot.
Here's your bandana back. We won, brother. I love you. I love you. I'll do anything for you. Me too.
I'll see you in the sequel, brother.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, and then the airport.
Hey, I don't think... why aren't you in the hotel room next to him? Why aren't you following him everywhere at this point? The tournament's over.
Yeah.
Maybe because the rooms are already taken?
I don't know. So Van Damme walks out of the plane like, hey, guys, we going home or what?
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, geez, he got us again.
Oh! There are 2 doors in this truck here.
And that's the movie. That's Kickboxer.
Yeah.
No.
What? Is there an after credit scene?
No. It's not Kickboxer.
Oh, Bloodsport.
Oh, fuck. My bad. Bloodsport. My bad.
Bloodsport and Kickboxer are very different.
All
Very, very different.
Yeah.
Are they about fighting in kumites?
You do realize...
Not a kumite.
No, but we're going to have to watch it now because you don't know.
Wait, is it a sequel to Bloodsport?
Sure.
No, there's a Bloodsport 2.
Just let it happen.
I thought they were doing one of those Evil Dead things where the sequel is not the same name. Like Evil Dead and then...
Oh, they rebooted the
Army
story?
of Darkness?
No.
Oh, no.
Okay. Oh, well then. This is awkward.
So, closing thoughts on Bloodsport. Maestro, why don't you go first?
I got too much. I got too much history behind this. This is a good idea because it brings some idea to the world that certain things like this exist.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's true story in some sense, but a lot of liberties.
This movie, I grew up watching this. I've seen this movie so many times as a kid. I really, really enjoy this movie just for its ridiculousness.
Okay.
I loved watching this movie with my dad because my dad hated Van Damme so much. Like I said, he's just a fucking dancer. Look at him prancing around.
Yeah, man.
I
like your dad.
It's like Street Fighter the movie. Like this is what the Van Damme Street Fighter movie should have been like. Should have been more like this, just like
with not one flash kick.
I think I saw the Street Fighter movie.
Oh, you'd be so angry.
It is very.
I remember "Damn You, Guile." That was the "Damn You, Guile."
Yeah. Raul Julia.
Yeah, and then I think Van Damme was also punching people in the butt.
I don't remember that.
Well, there's ones like he's trying to get into Bishop's thing, and he like grabs a guy by the leg, and then punches him in the.
Oh yeah.
It's like that was weird.
That was Raul Julia's last movie.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
he was so sick when they were filming it. You could totally tell like he was getting like treatment because his cheeks were all shrunken in. He died of stomach cancer.
Huh.
So Raul Julia is like withering away into a skeleton, and this is his last role. He's
Bishop
Bison.
Bison.
Yeah. Yeesh. So, what are your closing thoughts on this, Adam?
It's fine. Like I said, it's off my checklist that I can't say I have seen it.
Moving on.
Yeah, it was just based on what is available to us now to watch as far as fighting movies or just fucking UFC. This movie's not necessary anymore.
Okay. Plus, it's 1988.
Yeah.
Before your 1990 cutoff.
Right. Yeah.
But even if this was in 1998, you still wouldn't care.
No. I feel like I would hope that back at that time I would still find it ridiculous. Their faces that they get so expressive when they're punching. Chung Li and this other guy, Jackson, and they're all just like
You know what we should do, right? We should do this let's say if we keep on doing this show for like another 10 years, we should choose a movie from 1990 that we think at this point holds up. And in 10 years...
Oh, there are movies that hold up.
No. From just 1990.
Okay.
Or 2000. 2000.
Okay.
Choose one movie from the year 2000 and see in another 10 years from now whether or not it holds up.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So let's say next week we did whatever from 2000.
So for our
10 years from
episode,
now, we'd redo the same movie again to see if it holds up. Okay.
Yeah.
I get what you mean.
Okay. Well, because the first one we did was Jurassic Park, and that was way after the fact. And it still holds up pretty well.
Yeah, that one. Yeah, that one
Yeah.
holds up pretty well. Yeah,
The CGI in that still looks better than half the shit coming out today.
Yeah.
yeah,
It looks better than the sequels to Jurassic Park. even.
Yeah.
yeah. But you look at other movies that I thought held up at the beginning, and then when you actually watch it again, you're like, oh, it did not.
I think the Oscars should have like a 5-year waiting period. I've heard the discussion on this
Oh.
because it puts it into context better. Like 5 years from now, like let's like Crash won Best Picture. That movie like sucks. Like if you watch it now, but if you
Is
watch
that
it,
the one with the
all the stories interact
anthology?
in LA and
Yeah,
there's like
yeah.
racist people. Yeah. But if you watch that like 5 years from when it came out, people just like, oh, this movie's not that great. We should have gave it to so and so.
No, that's the LA blowjob type of movie.
But
Or-
also, you have to think about it this way: if they do something completely different at that point in time, and then 5 years later they have another movie that's
Like,
actually the same thing.
Let me see what won the Oscar in
And
2012.
the only way I would see if that worked is if they did it 5 years afterwards, but only those movies in that year are allowed to be on the Oscars, then that makes sense.
Well, I'm just thinking, like, does the movie hold up? Is it still a good movie? Or because it's all like recency bias.
Yeah.
Like, oh, that movie's amazing, and then we watch like 4 years later, it's like, it's not that good. So
It's
this
like Power Rangers, the movie.
Oh, God.
so this movie won 5 years ago. The Artist, that black and white fucking French movie.
Never even doesn't no interest.
Out of these movies, I think Moneyball holds up better. Moneyball
Okay.
is probably a better movie. Hugo, that Scorsese movie about the little kid who lives in that train station.
Okay.
That's
That
an
robot
awesome
thingy?
movie. Yeah. And The Help.
I haven't seen any of this.
Well, I'm saying The Artist isn't good now.
Okay.
When you put it in context, that's what I'm saying. But
Yeah.
I get what you mean.
Most of the ones that win is just it's about us or them patting themselves on the back for making something that was important at the time.
Yeah,
know.
not to mention the Oscars. Isn't it basically a bunch of people just promoting for the movies?
It's just a trade show award.
Yeah, I mean, basically, I heard like wasn't it I forget who it was. The guy that did remember the Giants,
The Titans, remember the Titans?
The Titans, yeah,
Denzel
that's it.
Washington.
Denzel Washington. Didn't he say in one of those shows, one of those award ceremonies, that this is all he did was just do some schmoozing
Oh yeah,
around?
that's for the Golden Globes.
That was great.
Golden
Yeah,
Globes,
yeah.
sorry,
That was-
Golden Globes, yeah. Because that's basically what you had to do. You literally, that's how you won.
Mhm.
You just smoothed the people that were doing the thing,
Mhm.
just like they did the election.
Well, that was our opinion of the movie. But like I said at the top of the show, we have lots of them, but we have zero credentials. Now we're going to hear from people who actually have the credentials, the critics. Do you want to hear the good reviews or the bad reviews?
Yeah, I've heard plenty of them
Actually,
from Adam today. That's
let me
the
cut
good
you
one.
off there.
Oh,
There are no good or bad reviews from top critics on Rotten Tomatoes.
Okay.
It's just like people's like blogs and stuff.
That's fine. I can live with this.
So now we're jumping into the Rotten Tomatoes game.
that was quick.
It's part of the show where I make the guys guess the movie based on its Rotten Tomatoes score. It's a scoring system from, on average, from 0 to 100 amongst critics and the audience. 0 to 59 is rotten, 60 to 84 is fresh, and 85 and up is certified fresh. What do you guys want to guess first, the critics or the audience? Now you're kind of going in this blind with the critics.
That's true.
Yeah. Okay.
So let's do critics
Critics.
first. Let's do the blind one.
So let's think about it this way: the movie's based upon a real story.
Okay. So
It does.
Get some points there.
How important was Jean-Claude Van Damme at that point in time in 1980?
He was. I think this is a movie that made him famous.
So it made him famous,
So
which
it's-
means it did well. Not to mention it
Famous and infamous are very, very close together.
Uh-huh.
has. Also, they have a couple of actors that help in the movie as well.
Mm-hmm.
I know Chong Li is mostly in those bunch of like fighting movies. So if you see him, he's most likely gonna, for that type of movie, he's there. They have what's his name? I don't think Forrest Whitaker was famous at the time. He was in that Robin Williams movie, Hello Vietnam, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Good Morning Vietnam.
Good Morning
Mhm.
Vietnam. Yeah. So
So
he's-
throw a number out there.
I go 68.
Okay.
I'm gonna go 43.
33% from the critics.
Okay.
It is rotten.
I'm gonna assume that it did better in the box office than it did critically, because that's the only reason why Van Damme would still be around.
I don't understand.
If this is what put him on the map, then it doesn't matter if the critics liked him or not. Did you make money? You made money? Great. Let's give you all of the movies. Because it's not about, hey, you did a good job acting here. Let's put you in movies. It's about, hey, you made money. So I'm curious to see how this is going to play out.
We'll
We'll get to that.
Yeah.
Now the audience score.
I'm still sticking with a hard 68.
Okay.
Audience is going to like it more because
It's a cult
it's
classic.
a cult classic, and I don't know, people like.
But this
weird
is
things.
box office only, right?
No, this is the Rotten Tomatoes score.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna go with 59.
74%.
I almost went 70.
It is fresh in the eyes of the audience.
It still is to me.
So weird.
Paul Giamatti wasn't in this.
We already know what he would be too.
He's been in a lot of our movies. Since we like him, we decided to ask what role Giamatti. He'd be that Booker guy, like the manager of the two guys.
That'd be the
Jackson,
funniest.
You
Or
look like a
maybe-
Jackson.
Take out the old white guy for the CID agents and put Giamatti with Forrest Whitaker.
Yeah.
I'd rather have him as Forrest Whitaker.
To work with that white guy?
Yeah,
I don't know.
he'd be young at the time.
I know he would, but
No.
Forrest Whitaker's like the hothead.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
could just picture Giamatti being like, "Okay, now Forrest, calm down. Like you got to be cool now."
But I've seen him angry before. He's
Oh, I
scary
know.
angry.
Yeah. No, we'll go with the manager.
The
Joe Jackson.
You look like a Jackson.
Yeah.
Now it's time for trivia. This is part of the show where I give out little bits of facts or info you may not know about the movie.
This is my favorite part.
Jean-Claude Van Damme was nominated for a Golden Raspberry Award
thank God.
for Worst New Star. Worst New Star. So,
right.
like I said, this is a movie that made him famous.
Wait, which one? The Jean-Claude Van Damme, the old or the younger one?
What do you mean?
The kid or the guy?
The Van Damme himself.
Okay, making sure.
He was nominated for Worst New Star, but he lost to Ronald McDonald in Mac and Me, as in Ronald McDonald's the McDonald's character.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
That's fine.
Mac and Me is like a shitty version of E.T. about an alien who comes to Earth and a kid has to like protect it.
Yeah.
But Ronald McDonald is in the movie.
He's the character Ronald McDonald. So whoever played him won
the
Worst
actor
New
that played
Star.
him. Okay.
Yeah.
What in the world? That is mind bending.
Yeah.
That was,
I gotta look into that.
That was the 80s.
Midway's Mortal Kombat took huge inspiration from the film and even used a parody of Jean-Claude Van Damme for the character Johnny Cage, who has a similar costume, backstory, and a familiar split punch.
They have the same initials.
According to
This is Deadpool.
according to
Deathstroke.
Sure.
according to game creator John Tobias, they wanted to make a grittier game than the movie
That makes
because
sense.
they had fatalities and shit.
Yeah.
So was Chung-Li Goro with the four arms, like big fucking hulking guy?
I wasn't watching
Well,
Mortal Kombat.
it's loosely based on
Yeah.
the game.
I'm trying to remember.
I remember
Yes.
Scorpion, Sub-Zero, and Raid. And...
Are we talking about the original ones? So
Yeah, the first game is based off. It
Okay.
loosely borrows ideas from Bloodsport.
yeah, so Scorpion, Sub-Zero, Raiden,
Jax.
Jax was the second movie. Sonya Blade, I don't think Shang Tsung was Baraka.
You couldn't play as him.
Yeah, you can
No,
play.
Baraka was the second one.
Yeah, Baraka was the second one. But Shang Tsung was the main bad guy that you had to beat, right? And Goro.
Who's the guy with the one eye? The robot eye. He
Oh,
was another-
Cyrax?
No. He was a full robot.
Oh,
if
Kano.
If only, Kano. I was going to
Yeah,
say,
he was-
if we only had a machine that can give us answers.
Yeah, Kano was in the
Yeah,
first one
Kano.
too.
Yeah. Final piece of trivia. I think you guys might like this. The movie has been touted as a true story. Well, you think you know? I think you know where I'm going. With
Touted?
What's
Oh.
touted? What's touted mean?
It's claiming.
This. Mhm.
Oh,
However,
Yes!
since much doubt has arisen about the veracity of Dux' story, and now the majority of martial arts enthusiasts view his accounts of competing in secret tournaments as complete fiction, as well as his claims of military service and being an undercover CIA operative. Some have pointed out that he is the only source that these secret tournaments exist, and that nobody else has come forward to confirm his story or to tell their own version of the story.
because they're dead.
Wait, but if we know Kumite exists, though, supposedly.
Yeah, they do.
All right.
I think what they're saying is they don't think Frank Dux' story is real.
Okay.
Because it's just like that John
Oh,
Smith
go back up, Adam.
scenario.
Go back. I saw characters. List of mortal. Oh, right there. Baraka.
Rock? No, he's not the first
No,
one.
He's not.
The Reptile isn't either. He's a
I think you
secret
have to type
character.
in Mortal Kombat 1.
Yeah. He's a secret. He's a secret character.
Anyway,
But it's a James. I think it's a John Smith scenario. It didn't exactly happen, but since it's his own account, he took the.
yeah, right. The first one, 1992.
Mhm.
Yeah, I get what you're saying, Maestro.
There it is, right there.
Yeah.
Sonya Blade, Sub-Zero, Kano, Johnny Cage, Raiden, Liu Kang, and Scorpion.
Mhm.
And the one in the middle, I think, is the secret character, right?
No, I don't think was Smoke or
No,
New.
Reptile. See?
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Reptile was a secret character. All right. Finally, money makes the world go round. We want to put this film into perspective with other films that were released this year so we can get a feel financially how well this film held up to its peers. The budget for this movie, $1.1 million.
What? For choreography?
Give me your guess for its total worldwide box office gross.
Don't forget the airplane rides and the food.
1.1 million.
Can you imagine in that one room how many high-protein diets were there?
All right. Based on, I assume this being kind of
And ventilation.
newish at the time, where they haven't seen this kind of movie like this, maybe in America anyway.
Which one came first, Kickboxer or Bloodsport?
I think Kickboxer came after because I think Bloodsport is what put him on the map.
Enter the Dragon showed up first, though.
Yeah, Kickboxer, 1989.
Yeah, but Enter the Dragon with Bruce Lee was first.
1988 money as well.
Yeah. Well, inflation, of course.
6 million.
6 million? Okay. That's still
Enough-
profitable.
Yeah, it's enough to make a sequel. I'd say just from box office, 5.
In the U.S., this grossed $11.8 million.
Wow.
Overseas, $53.2 million.
Oh, it's
Bring
even
its
better.
total gross to $65 million.
They could have made like 7 of these movies and
this
still
is-
broke even.
This is why we have Van Damme.
Uh-huh.
See, I knew it was going to be big, but goddamn, that's huge.
Uh-huh.
I thought
proud of-
just 5 times over was going to be impressive.
Yeah, this is like
Holy.
50 times over plus.
65 times over.
I didn't do
Jesus.
the math.
This film debuted in 19th place on the weekend of February 26, 1998 with $515,271.
Wow.
Number 1 that week was Good Morning Vietnam.
Ah, look, another movie with Forrest Whitaker. He's
So-
in there twice.
So my guess is this came out and, oh, bro, have you seen Bloodsport? And then I think people started, that's how it made the 11
But it wasn't
million.
even about Van Damme. It was about the movie.
Yeah,
you
about
could put
the fighting,
anybody in there,
yeah.
and then they would have became a major star.
Well, that's why I think you're getting hung up on the idea that it's Van Damme. What if it was a
Yeah.
good movie?
No, it wasn't.
I thought it was.
No, replace any actor in there, I'd just be just as upset that it did well if it was the exact same movie.
Oh, I see what you mean.
It's not that the movie's bad. It doesn't. But because it was groundbreaking, I guess that's probably the only reason that I can think of.
No, it's not groundbreaking. It's just cult. I mean, think of it this way.
These are box office numbers. That means while it was in theaters.
Yeah, but think of it this way. Right now, I'm actually willing to watch it again.
Okay, well, not here, not with me.
According to Box Office Mojo, this is the 80th highest grossing film in the category action/martial arts. Any guess what number 1 could be? You'll
Matrix.
never get number 1. See, I thought The Matrix.
Action, martial arts.
This is only from. It is not international. This is only American.
As far as I know, it's any movie.
Any movie? Oh crap!
But when I tell you what number 1 is, you're not going to like it.
Uh-oh. Martial arts.
Martial arts/action.
It's a Chuck Norris movie.
No.
Crank.
No.
Ooh.
I'll just tell you.
Yeah.
So,
The one.
according to Box Office Mojo, the number 1 movie in action/martial arts is Rush Hour 2.
Wow.
The one where they go to Hong Kong.
Wow.
Yeah. And you
That's
remember?
embarrassing.
And you remember my theory? Number 2 always makes the most. Rush Hour 2 made more than 1 and 3 because
yeah.
everybody's what's going to happen next.
Yeah.
And like that was a pretty good movie. I would like to watch another one.
One was fun. One was really fun.
Yeah. Chris
Oh
Tucker
my
became
God.
a star, and he just faded out. He
Yeah.
just disappeared.
After the third movie.
We put on a lot of weight.
Yeah.
You know, so did Dave Chappelle.
Yeah.
But he looked.
But he
more
has muscle
too.
mass.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's
He-
ripped now.
Yeah, I'm like, what? Did you hang out with Carrot Top?
I was watching. Shit, I just forgot his name. Chris Tucker.
Mhm.
I was watching Chris Tucker. He had a special, I think, a few months back on Netflix.
Scary?
That's fine.
Okay.
This was 1988's Bloodsport, directed by Newt Arnold. Check out our website, ratpackpodcast.com/spoilers. Follow us on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram at Spoilers Show. Check out and subscribe to the YouTube channel, RatPack Productions. Write to us via email at spoilers@ratpackpodcast.com for any questions, opinions, and movie requests.
What?
Please rate and review the show on iTunes so it can help us in the rankings. If you leave us a review on iTunes and leave us a recommendation for a movie you want us to watch, that movie will go to the top of our list, and we'll watch it before any other requests. Next week, we're watching a movie that Adam picked.
Oh yes, that's
Yeah,
right.
that's right. You asked me What movie should we do? Because we have an Excel spreadsheet of like movies for our schedules.
The thinking was this is the weekend that Spider-Man comes out, and in Spider-Man is Michael Keaton.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, it's a bad guy. Yeah.
I went through a Michael Keaton list. I almost chose Desperate Measures because I remember liking that one,
Desperate
though.
Measures, yeah.
But I thought I might like it too much.
You could have easily chosen like Multiplicity or.
It's comedies are hard to do because comedy is so damn subjective.
Mm-hmm.
I try to avoid it if possible.
So what's the movie you picked, Adam?
It is White Noise. White Noise.
Why are you putting some emphasis on the H?
What do you mean?
A horror movie from
It's
2005.
a horror movie.
Was it a horror movie?
Quote unquote
Yeah.
horror movie.
Suspenseful, some sort of drama.
Yeah, and this was big at the time as well. This was the White Noise thing and EVP and all this kind
Ghost
of
Hunters.
Yeah, this at the time I think it was pretty big stuff.
I still would love to be a ghost hunter.
Yeah, me too. We get paid a lot of money to do basically nothing.
What are you talking about? You don't sleep.
Okay, but the point is that you're doing something that literally doesn't exist.
To what you believe.
Yes.
And this is 2005, Michael Keaton. So he hasn't been doing a lot at the time that White Noise came out. He had a few movie roles, a couple little cameos, and TV shows. So this isn't the Michael Keaton now, who's like Birdman, Spotlight, whose career went up. You know, he's Michael Keaton, kind of like in movie jail almost.
What's that?
So in 2005, he made White Noise. Is it good? Who knows? You'll have to tune in next week.
All right.
So until next time, watch White Noise on Amazon if you want.
Yeah. Amazon. Click on our webpage banner thing.
Yeah, we went through that.
Yay.
Yay.
Yeah, you did that earlier.
So watch White Noise, like I said. Until
Right.
next time, this is Hollywood.
I'm Maestro.
And I'm Adam.
Ah!
All right.
Yeah.
So recording's over. Facebook's still streaming.
Hi.
Thanks for watching, everybody. We had people come in. We had AJ come in. We are recording on Sunday just because of scheduling.
Yeah, I'm leaving in New York this week.
What are you doing in New York?
Birthday / wedding / 4th of July.
That's a whole lot of Slash.
Yeah, we're there for 7 days.
Yeah. Also,
Is Slash going to be there?
Cecil Sea Salts showed up for a little bit.
He did?
Are you serious?
Yeah, he was in there. He recommended a movie for us.
Which one is it?
I don't know. I'll have to scroll back up later.
Your sister
Alright.
joined, and she's in the other room.
Yeah.
Yay!
In the other studio.
Studio's going to have rooms, right?
Yeah, Jerome has that room you can sleep in.
That's true.
Oh, that's right, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's called like the light room or the black room?
Green room?
The green room.
Green room. Oh. I just started guessing.
Well, thanks for watching. We'll do this again another 2 weeks about.
Mm-hmm.
Appreciate it.
Bye.
Bye.